We're at a real tipping point, I think, with kids and how kids learn, with teachers and how teachers teach, with principals and how they manage their schools. Houghton Mifflin Harcourt is America's largest educational publisher, and it's going to be up to us to help lead the change that's going to happen. It's one of the very first publishers in the U.S. I mean, Nathaniel Hawthorne published with Houghton Mifflin. We still have his desk here. Textbooks are extremely important to the company and to the country because textbooks are the backbone of the curriculum. They're the expert go-to guide for teachers and for parents and for kids.
Look at how kids are learning now. They rely on apps, different forms of technology. They even use their cell phone. The market for textbooks has shrunk. We're seeing a very significant disruption in our market in the way that our customers behave. That said, there's still a strong need in the market to help students perform better. Everybody who reads the headlines knows that our students are under a lot of pressure to compete.
It's difficult for a company to grow up one day and say, okay, we need you to think differently. We want you to act differently. And so we went to Innosight to try and get the tools we needed to have a reliable, repeatable process that eventually we could instill in our people.
When we first met Kevin and the Innosight team, they gave us new ways of looking at our market.
We came to the conclusion the customer needed to play a bigger role in helping to shape their direction, thinking more expansively about the range of opportunities that existed.
We were organized by product. So we had teams that were product managers for a reading product or a literature product or an elementary math product. And that was what they took care of year after year, getting ready for new adoptions, new opportunities. Well, as those opportunities started being deferred or in some cases disappearing, we realized we had to retool that group.
What if instead of organizing around product the way we traditionally had, what if we organized around the customer?
It felt right. It felt very right. And so we had to make that shift. We had to make that reorientation. Some of our customers are facing very challenging situations. For example, Cleveland.
Right now, the Cleveland School District is dealing with a $47 million deficit and plans to cut $74 million to survive the next 2 years. That means closing 7 schools, and job losses will be heavy.
From our collaboration with Innosight, one of the insights that we've gained is how do we actually introduce ourselves to our customers. I said this when we were talking to Cleveland, is please don't think of us as your textbook publisher. Don't think of us as just your curriculum. Think of us as your partners so that we can help transform what you're doing in your district.
Technology is a way for school districts to get the content they need, generally at a cheaper cost. It still has to be vetted, it still has to be written, it still has to be author-driven. In Cleveland, we worked with the Nook so the kids would have a digital device to work from that the kids like better and teachers like better too. It makes them feel like they're moving in a different direction.
E-readers are replacing school textbooks, and now it's happening here in Cleveland. Today, 400 Nooks were given to students as part of a pilot program.
The effort, called the Bookshelf Project, will give 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at Mound and all 165 students at nearby Washington Park Academy a new color Nook to use at school and home through the whole school year. Students also get a protective cover and backpack for their e-readers. The pilot project is a first in the country.
That's just the beginning. What a partnership like the one we have with Cleveland allows us to do is to test and learn new solutions. And what we're seeing right now in the market are many different models for personalized learning, blended learning, and nothing is dominant. The whole market right now is testing and learning what is going to happen.
With Fusion, our new science program, we did something really innovative. We essentially have a science program that you can buy completely as print, or you can buy a completely digital pathway. There's huge opportunity in the future, and I'm very optimistic about it. Education is still going to be here. How we educate will change. What Innosight did for us was not only give us the tools, but Innosight, really were the teachers for us to think about our disrupted market as an opportunity. Where we were looking at it as blocking our future, Innosight helped open the doors to help us look at it as the opening we needed to get to the future.